My name is Nikki Slade, and what I do is I help individuals and teams and companies in working more efficiently and effectively in the workplace. And I do this through voice facilitation. I have developed my own method over the past 20 years, which is an access for people to open up their creative expression. And I've called this over the years, Free the Inner Voice. In more recent years, as I've moved more into the corporate sector, I have been recently branded by a global company, so my new title is Nikki Slade, Chemistry at Work. To explain what chemistry at work is in a short video sequence is challenging because it is so much about the experience of connecting with your own voice at the core level. However, what chemistry at work does is it actually identifies what brings chemistry towards people. And that is relatedness. When we are related and we feel connected to, if you like, the energy that's available in a team, the energy that's available in the company vision, the energy that's available in aligning in times of conflict, the energy that's available when together, collectively, we release that creative flow and suddenly the idea that we've had suddenly comes to life. This, in a nutshell, is chemistry at work. So the question that I'm most commonly asked is, will I have to sing? And the answer quite categorically is no. However, you will be asked to sound. You will be asked to make a noise. But you know what? If you can speak, you can do any of my sessions. So what actually happens in a session? On an individual level, you will be invited to make an intention. Everything in this world arises out of the power of intention. I intend to change my job. It starts as a thought, then as a word, and then it becomes an actual experience. But I say, if you start to resonate with the experience you want to manifest first, then it starts to come out of your speaking, and then your mind begins to clear. This morning we're going to give you an opportunity to create your intention for the week. I know there's certain results you want to cause in your business this week, and as we've done on previous occasions, we're going to align your energy so that you can attract the results in your life that you want to cause. So the first thing I'm going to ask you to do is to just close your eyes and just take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. That's great. Just like that. So the individual will make an intention, and then intuitively I will work with the energy system of the body, which is really where we communicate. You could say that we're like instruments. We're like instruments of communication. So when we're lined up with, in Jan's case, being joyful and passionate, then we really start to give off that message in the boardroom or in the seminar that we're speaking. It's picked up before we even speak. So I will intuitively give the client whatever sounds that seem to be in the atmosphere at that moment to help them align with who they truly are. Sometimes I'll get them to improvise and they make their own sounds. Sometimes they get to make their own crazy movements, which if you were observing from the outside look completely irrational and crazy even. However, when you speak to the client afterwards, they often express a profound shift in the way they feel and an exuberance and an energy that in a way you could attribute, say, to the origin of tribes.
I've spent a lot of my life in my head, thinking, strategizing, as an intellectual. So coming to Nikki, I was able to get back to my body, not to lose my intellectual capability, but also to get the support of my body, like the energy and the flow and the grounding that I didn't even know I needed to feel comfortable, but also to feel more powerful when speaking to people individually or to groups of people.
Once the client has aligned with their vision for the week, for the month, for a period, and they're feeling like there's a ping, like an instrument that's finally in its true melody, then we start to wind the session down to a place of stillness. Okay, so Jan, we're coming to the completion of our morning session for the week. So just to assimilate everything, I'm just going to invite you just to bring your hand to your heart. And we're going to just record that in. It's like pressing the red record button. And we're going to chant together, I'm, and it goes like this.
So I have, a couple months of experience with Nikki on a one-on-one basis, but I've also experienced her doing a team building exercise for a group of about 30 to 40 people before a massive event for 1,000 people organized here in London. What was remarkable about that exercise was that I didn't know very many people in that group, and people came in different moods and from different places. After the exercise, I could really relate to everyone in a new way. And not only that we did silly things together, but what I experienced was that the energy was harmonized, and then we could feel related within a few moments of working with Nikki.
I've even done this with bankers first thing in the morning on London Wall, and at first, suited and booted, you would think, no way. But once the invitation is there and they have the opportunity to take that space, they couldn't loosen their ties quick enough.
A couple of days before that workshop, I had a session with Nikki, and we were specifically looking at things that were clogging my throat, and we identified an incident that happened when I was a child, and we were able to clear through that through the sound. And at the end of that exercise, I felt very, very grounded, and at the same time very powerful, speaking to people and also feeling myself.
So the outside looks eccentric, but the experience is assured and the results are inevitable.